Hola guys, happy Saturday. I wanted to start off this video with just getting the major news out of the way. Little Dude and I have been exposed to COVID. The company that I had over last Saturday that I was so excited about because I missed them so much, got sick during the week. And were tested just to be cautious, and both Little Dude's bestie and his bestie's dad have COVID. His mom is not sure just yet because her husband was put into the hospital the day that she was going to be tested herself, and she didn't have anybody to leave her little boy with. So she is currently monitoring for symptoms, which is what Little Dude and I are doing. Now, I thought as soon as you found out you were exposed to it, you were to get tested and quarantined, and apparently that's not the situation here, at least in Texas, which probably explains why this crap keeps going and going and going. As soon as she found out that her little boy was tested, as soon as she found out that her husband had it, she let me know. But that her little boy had tested negative on the rapid test. The next day, her little boy was still not feeling good. He was very lethargic, had a lot of diarrhea, no fever, no cough, no nothing like that, but very lethargic, had diarrhea. Not even a temp, but just did not feel good. So took him back, and they did the more in-depth one, the one that you have to send away. So 2 days later, which was Friday, she lets me know that that one came back positive. So I had been around her husband, and Little Dude had been around his little best friend. So like I said, my first instinct was, oh my gosh, we got to go get tested and we have to quarantine. And I called the school and I called the district and I let the job know, and everybody across the board said, wait for symptoms, which makes no sense to me because nobody on Saturday had any symptoms, yet they have it. You know what I'm saying? Happy, eating, talking, watching movies. Nobody looked sick. Nobody acted sick. Nobody felt sick, but they had the virus. So when I'm being told by the district and his pediatrician and the health department in our hospital to check for symptoms before you quarantine and wait up to 5 days to test. Reason being, because they said wait for 5 days to check for symptoms. I'm sorry, I'm confused, I'm muddled. I've been getting all this information from so many different places, but it all boils down to you can't take a test too soon after the exposed person has tested positive because you get a false negative. They want you to wait anywhere between 5 to 7 days before you test. And unless you start getting symptoms within those 5 to 7 days and go test immediately. But for 5 to 7 days, I'm only doing 5, check for symptoms. If you have, and then they run down the list of symptoms, absolutely get checked. But if you don't have any symptoms within those 5 to 7 days, quarantine is not necessary, and it's up to you if you want to be tested. This is why this crap keeps going around and around and around. Because they're basically saying, test if you want, if you feel bad. I don't understand. I'm confused. I'm befuddled. I have been dealing with this since yesterday afternoon, when my friend told me, and we're just stunned because we are vaccinated, sanitizing. I've damn near gone to jail for telling people to back up off, give me my 6 feet. Masking, sometimes even double masking if you're going places that you know are going to have a lot of people. We're taking every precaution and doing everything we're supposed to friggin' do. And here they have it. And Little Dude and I are now waiting for symptoms. My big dude is being very careful. I don't even want to be around him, but he's just like trying to calm me down because my anxiety can get really, really out of hand. And that is part of the reason why I wanted to come on and get that out, put it out there, because I want to remain positive. I want to stay in a good place, and I have stuff to show you guys. I don't want to dwell in the what if, because when I start to think about the what if, I get really, really scared, and I don't need for little dude to see me scared. I don't want little dude to be scared. We're doing temperature checks twice a day. We're doing the breath test where you hold your breath for 10 seconds, deep breath for 10 seconds to try and hold it without any cough or having to let it out. I mean, we're fine. No temp, no, we're fine. We don't feel bad. Now, I was thinking, okay, so I have to wait for 5 days to check for symptoms. It's been 7 days from Saturday to Saturday until they clarified. No, you wait 5 to 7 days from the day that the positive person's test came back positive. I didn't know that. Who knew? I'm learning a lot, but it's a whole lot of information. And then it seems to change. The stuff that was on, the information you got on earlier in the year is now different for this variant. And it's just really confusing. And I'm trusting his pediatrician. I'm trusting our health department, the health department in our hospital. I'm trusting everybody and their mama. But the information just doesn't make sense. The protocols don't make sense to me at all. If I could afford to, I'd lock this house down for 14 friggin' days. Whether I have to have symptoms or not, I would have already run off to have me and little dude tested. But I'm being told, wait, you don't have to quarantine. Just mask up and continue to sanitize. Even the school said, because I had asked the school initially, if one child in the class gets it, does the entire class go on quarantine? That's what I thought. That's what would make sense to me. If one child in the class has tested positive, then all the kids and the teacher should be on quarantine. That's what I thought the norm was. No, I was clearly told, no, you don't have to go into quarantine unless you're showing symptoms. If you're showing symptoms, you go get tested, and then you can't come back to school until you get a negative result. If it's a positive result, then you can't come back to school for 14 days or until you get a clear test. Wasn't it initially 14 days immediately, even if you were exposed? I don't know. Things are changing. Things have changed. I don't understand. I don't know. But all I keep thinking when I start going into the dark space with it is I keep thinking about Melinda and how she was fine 1 week, and then the next week she was completely comatose, and then the next week she was gone. I don't want to think that, but that is my experience with this virus, is it kills people. It's killed 4 people I know. Okay, 4 people I cared about, 4 people I loved. And now my friend's husband is in the hospital. He's not on a ventilator. He is on oxygen because his O2 levels kept dropping. He's in the hospital. They went ahead and kept him yesterday. They're going to keep him for 5 days, monitoring his oxygen. He went from 5 liters of O2 down to 3. If they can get him to 2, then he can come home with a little tank or the little portable O2. But he's alert. He's awake. He's not, in an induced coma or anything like that. It's hitting him hard. Whereas Caleb's bestie, he's fine. He's good. He has some congestion in the back of his throat. Has not much of an appetite, but he's good. He's still playing and he's still eating, and his mom feels fine. She's nervous and scared, of course, but we're all praying, because our faith is that if you pray, God's listening. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting me and little dude in God's hands, my big dude. I'm putting my family in God's hands, and I'm putting God in control. And I need to, because if I don't, then I'm going to get into a really bad space and place, and I don't want to do that. So I want to come on and say all that and then get into the hull of it all. And just because I need to organize it just a bit, I'm going to pause this vid and then come back on and show you guys everything I got, because y'all know my phone is tripping. But I just came on just because, I don't know, I feel good talking to you all. I feel better speaking to you all. And you know what I know? That my little prayer warriors out there are going to be praying for me and little dude and for my friends. And I just absolutely love y'all for that. And I need it. Knowing that there is a prayer circle around us is going to make me feel awesome. And I know you guys are. I know y'all are, because y'all are awesome. So let me organize and come back for the haul. And little dude desperately wants to show y'all what he's working on. Wait. wait. We're gonna pause. We're gonna do this one and then come back on because I gotta organize. Okay. He really wants to show you guys something that he's working on. So we're piddle farting around the house. We ain't going nowhere. I'm being cautious. We're being cautious. We're not going to be those people. Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're not going to be those people that are out there knowing you might have the cootie and you don't care. No. So we've been piddle farting around a lot since yesterday. We're being very cautious. But anywho, let me get everything set up and I will come back on in just a little bit. Till I come back in 5-10 minutes. I love y'all bunches. I'm never going to stop saying it. Bye.